Good morning, it's Renee Keese here with Carolina Creative with another card crafting idea. This time I want to focus on what I consider to be a very simple fun fold. There's a lot of hype about fun folds. Some of them can be quite complicated. This one's very easy. To me, it looks impressive after it's made, but there's not a lot to it. So we're going to do a gatefold today. And what I'm using is the Beautiful Balloons stamp set, so kind of fun, party-like. There's coordinating designer series paper that goes with it, this bright and beautiful. You've seen me use this a few times recently. And I'm also using the dies. You'll see I've already punched out a few of these. This is the triple balloon, and I've punched out a single balloon. There's a bunch of different balloon sizes and shapes that come with this. I was trying to save a little time. But I've already taken a 6x6 piece of designer series paper. So it looked like this, and this is the back side. I've cut 2-inch strips, so these are ready to go. And then I had to trim a little bit off the bottom because I didn't need the full 6 inches. But I'm using, this is the Lemon Lime cardstock. It was a full sheet. It is now cut in half. So it's now 8.5 by 5.5. And normally I would score this down the middle and fold it down the middle. But what I'm going to do today is make 2 scores on either side so that it will become a gatefold. So that's where we're going to start. I will flip the camera down right here so you can see my work surface. And instead of doing the center score at 4 1/4, at 2 1/8, let's set this up. I'm going to run the scoring tool over that. I'm going to flip the card and do the other side. Same dimension, 2 1/8. I should be done cutting now. So I'm going to simply fold this and make it a nice crisp edge. A lot of times you don't see me do this. I've already done it before I start filming. But this is how you make your gatefold. And now what I will do is I'm going to do something fun on either side that goes with my cardstock here. And what you can see as this comes together is that I'm going to put balloons on the front, but I'm going to do some stamping first. I do have my card insert ready to go for the inside. It's the exact same size as a standard card. So I will start stamping. I'm going to, let's do the balloons first because I think they're going to be fun. I'm going to put my sentiment on the front of this balloon. And I'm going to pick colors out of here. Now, because I've already got green, yellow is not going to show up very much. So I do need to go and think about using darker colors. So this is the Misty Moonlight. Just, it's a nice blue. It's not real bold, like the navy. There we go. Yep, that's what I was hoping for. And I didn't prep my cleaning pad yet, so let me put some Stampin' Mist over here. I'll use my Stampin' Scrub as I go to keep my stamps clean. Okay, so I've got that. I was thinking I wanted to put some color on this as well, so I'm going to pull out the Berry Burst and just add, as you're going to see, it's going to look like confetti. Well, this one leaves the green showing through as confetti. It's actually going to stamp it in the Berry Burst, but I still think that's going to be a good contrast. So let's give it a 1, 2, 3. There we go. And then because I've punched out a balloon, I can then add this somewhere else. I could put another balloon here, color that another color. Right now, I think I'm just going to leave it as is until I figure out exactly how I want this to look. So the inside sentiment came again out of the Beautiful Balloons set. And so I'm simply going to stamp, it says, "So Thrilled for You," and I'm going to put that on the inside. So again, you can write a fun happy birthday message on there once this card is done. Now, I could put balloons or confetti or something else on the inside. You've seen me stamp with the streamers that come with this. Again, a streamer in there. There's lots of things I can do. For right now, I think I'm just going to leave it until I decide how I want it to go together. So let's begin assembling this so you see how it goes together. I do have to be a little bit careful in what overlaps here. So once I get this glued down, I will make a decision if I feel that it's strong enough to support, or if I need something else behind my punched out shapes. Now I'm going to make sure I've got the right side. So as I said, I've got a 2 1/4 inch overlap on each side. I actually cut this just a hair under 2 inches so that I will now have a border. I'm going to let the cardstock show through and have a border on all sides. It's going to show up more when I do this brighter, more colorful paper. Here we go. Make sure I've got glue. That's really close to the edge. Wipe that off my fingers. And now stick this down. And up and down, it really doesn't matter which direction it goes. It's all the same. Eyeballing it to get it lined up. So now I think it shows that we have a border all the way around. So what I need to think about is when I add these balloons, obviously this is going to overlap. Is that going to be strong enough? I had also cut out of the nested dies another piece so that if I felt like I needed it, I could add a background. And I could still let it overlap just a little bit. Yeah, it's playing peekaboo. So now the question is, do I like that? It's actually not bad. If I add one more balloon here and I coordinate the colors, I think that actually goes together pretty well. And I may still stamp that as another color balloon. Haven't decided yet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start assembling from like the bottom up of what I'm putting on here. And I have to be careful to only put my adhesive on this side. Obviously, if you put any adhesive here, it's going to seal the card shut, and we don't want to do that. So I will use my Stampin' Seal, and I'm just going to put a nice long strip down one side. And again, I'm going to flip this so that it lines up with the side where I want it to be. I am going to center this up, top to bottom, left to right, looking at where, I'm not measuring, but looking at where the center opening of the card is. I mean, sometimes if you like it to be off to one side, I mean, this might look cute off to one side, but I am actually going to just center this. There we go. So now I can think about how I want these to be adhered. And I can angle these, I can put them straight. I mean, there's lots of things we can do here. You can tell I've already angled the birthday message. So maybe, no, I think I like it at an angle. Maybe I'll do it this way. And this is going to overlap. So again, I need to make sure I don't get any glue there. I can go halfway through this balloon, but I want to make sure that the glue is on the other side to hold it down. I'm going to kind of put my fingers right where I don't want any adhesive. And I am going to use my Stampin' Seal here. There we go. That should hold it nicely. And then line it back up the way I had it. Yep, make sure I'm just double checking that there's no glue or any adhesive hanging over. And then oh, you know what? Dimensional. My dimensionals are sitting right here. This already pops because of the center gatefold, but I'm going to give it just a little more with this balloon. And then I may start adding some Wink of Stella to this as well. So put some sparkle on a couple of these balloons. There. That way. And then I have to decide, put that at a little bit of an angle. There's a stamp I could add, or I could take a marker and draw. I could use string or twine to add strings on those balloons. I'm thinking, because I want some different colors on here, so I'm thinking I'm going to grab a couple of markers. Where's a good blue? Maybe even a red like a berry. And I'm just going to draw in some squiggles. That's too wide. That's the painting end. I'm just going to do this. I probably need a green one too. This. So actually the fatter end does work okay. That's not the pen that I wanted. I would like, maybe evergreen will be a good color here. I'm going to try to make them look like they're all attached in the same. Here we we go. There's a Misty Moonlight. That's a good option. In the same bouquet, basically. The same balloon bouquet. Okay. So that, and then I said it needs a little shimmer. So this balloon is popping off. Let's give it some Wink of Stella. And then I'm going to just put a little bit here as well. Give it some shimmer and shine. Okay. And then there's the inside. So, you see how quickly that came together. Now, I did do a little bit of cutting beforehand, some of these die cuts, so that would take a little extra time. But you now have a gatefold happy birthday card with a sentiment in the middle. Very simple. It looks like it's fancy, but it comes together quite quickly. Even this video came together quicker than I thought it would. So there's an example. You could make the paper the same on both sides. I just mixed it up by swapping and flipping it over so that there's some contrast. Lots of things that you can do. Stay tuned for the next video. Appreciate you watching.